Hi Amy, this is your chapter for this week in Maths, Rules and Properties, topic 23. I'm just making a wee video for some of the answers. It's easy enough, so I'm sure you won't be stuck on anything here, and I'm sure you've made a start already on it. So the first bit there, it's easy enough. I'm sure you can decipher those patterns yourself, and I'll call out the answers then for this section for part C. So the first one there is C1A, you should have 50, 60, 70. 2B, you should have 19, 22, 25. 3B, 18, 12 and 6. 5A, 52, 46 and 40. 5B, 420, 525 and 630. And 6A, 150, 75 and 0. And then part D, then write in the missing numbers in each sequence. So 1A, 3 and 6, B, 17 and 24, 3A, 16 and 13, B, 71 and 61, 5A, 38 and 30, B, 90 and 85, 6A, 50 and 45, and B, 60 and 20. So this one, fill in the missing terms in these patterns. So the first one, you should have a yellow candle as your first one. So then a green and a yellow one's missing again, and the last one is a green one. Number 3 then, you should have another white speech mark, and then a white one. So it should be black, 2 whites, black, 2 whites. So then black again. And then the number 5 there. So you should have 2 green circles, so the 2 patterns are the same. So green circle on top and 2 yellow ones. That's the first 2 in that sequence. And then part B, 2 and 4, it's hard to describe that one. So I'll just show you the answer for number 2. So I've number 2 highlighted there if you want to look at the sequence yourself. Number 4 there is the first 4 pattern again. So part C there, the sequence, the pattern, the first one's done for you. So B, you were adding 15. 2A, you're subtracting 12. B, adding 1.3. 3A, adding 1.09. 4A, adding 4, then add 6. B, subtract 13. 6A, subtract 2, then 3. And 6B, subtract 4, then 8. And part D, the sequence is 1 is 1B multiplied by 5. So 3A there, you add 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. And B, add 1, then 2, then 3. 4A, add the previous 2 numbers to find the next number. 4B, you're adding a quarter each time. 5A, it's the first letter descending from Z. The second number is ascending or going up from 1. And then the second letter ascending from A. And 5B, you're subtracting 5 each time. And then the magic squares, what you have to do is to find what the magic number is. So you have to add where you see the 4 numbers together. So in the first case, it's a diagonal. So add those numbers in the diagonal. And the magic number should be 34. So then every row and column then has to add to 34. So you would add the 3 numbers you've got and take away from 34. And the next one then, so you're looking for the 4, so add these numbers here. And the magic number for that one is 34 as well. So then you're trying to get every row and column going down to add 34. I'll show you the answers, what those two look like now. So that's part A, the magic squares. So you can freeze it there while you answer it yourself. And that's part B on the magic squares. Again, you can stop it to check your answers. So this one then is looking at different answers. So what answers did you get to the following? 15, take away 6, take away 4. Was your answer 5 or 13? And the next one, 12 times 5, take away 3. Was your answer 57 or 24? So can you explain why there are different possible answers? And the reason there's different answers is depending on what part of the sum you did first. For example, did you take 15, take away the 6 part first, or did you take 6 and take away 4 first to leave yourself with 2 and then take it away from 15? So it depends what part of the sum you do first. So try these calculations, and in this part, I think they're looking for the 2 answers you could possibly get. So what 2 answers could you get for these ones? So 1A there is 13. C is, you could have got -2 or 6. 2A is 78. B is 20 or 6. 3A is 20. 4A is 43 or 15. And 4B is 81 or 1. 5B is 240 or 2. And 5C is 56 or 29. And then part B, try these calculations as well. So 1A was 35, C is 52, 2B is 35, C is 32, 4A is 88, 4C is 440, 5 is true, and 29 or 48. And then the next part then is looking at brackets. What answers do you get to these? Okay, always do the operation inside the brackets first. So if you've got brackets, do the brackets first. Otherwise, if it's adding or subtracting, you work from left to right. So for part C there, do inside the brackets first when you've got brackets. And the answers then to that. So C1A is 22, B is 400, 2B is 35, C is 32. Sorry, I'm calling out the wrong ones now. Let me see. Sorry, I'll start again. C1A is 22, B is 400, 2B is 84, C is 5, 3A is 9, 4B is 23, 5B is 1440, and 5C is 26. And then part D there, the answer was true. So your next page then is operations, the order of them, so what to do. So to solve problems with more than one operation, and by that is plus, minus, divide or multiply, this phrase is used to remember what to do, and it's called My Dear Aunt Sally. So M, D, A and S. So multiply and or divide before adding or subtracting. So wherever you see if there's no brackets, you would always do the multiplication or the division first, and then adding or subtracting. Okay, so remember the order rule to solve these. So again, even when there's no brackets, you multiply or divide before adding or subtracting. So I'll give you the answers to them. So for A, 1A is 65, B is 68, 2B is 108, C is 125, 3A is 22, 4B is 142, 5A is 2.25, and C is 0. And then B, you can use the calculator to solve these if you've got one, or else you can just work them out. So B, 1A is 580, C is 4,000, 3A is 4,290, B is 897, 5A is 15.45, B is 0.63, and C is 18. 6B is 145.75, and C is 113.595. And then C, part C, to decide what operation to use to get the answer. So 1B was 2 plus 3 times 4 equals 20. D was 2 times 3 take away 4 equals 2. F, 2 plus 3 divided by 4 equals 1 1/4. H, 2 times 3 divided by 4 was in brackets, equals 1 1/2. And J, 2 plus 3 take away 4 equals 1. And then 2, in this section you had to see what the red square and the yellow circle was worth in each one. So I only highlighted 3 of them for you, the 20 and the 10 one. So the first one, it would be worth 15. So the square would be worth 15, and the yellow circle was worth 5 in that one. The next one, it was 50 and 15, and the last one 30 and 30. And the last page, finish the sequences there. So part B, 1A should have been 20, 24 and 26. D, 54, 62 and 71. 2C, 96, 112, 129, 147. D, 21, 22, 24, 25. and E 17.1, 18.7, 20.3 or 20 and 21.9, and F 8.4, 7.55, 6.7 and 5.85. And number 3, 2, 2 and 1/12, 2 and 1/6, 2 and 1/4, and 4, 1/10, 1/5, 3/10, 2/5, a half, 3/5, 7/10, and 4/5. And C, I gave you A to do, that's the pattern in A. And number 2, that was what the extended pattern looked like there. And part D, the true or false. 1 was false, 3 was true, 4 was true, 7 was false, and 8 was true. So I hope those were okay this week, Amy. Any questions, you can send me an email, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.